What's up, fam? It's Hash and Chev.
We're back. We're always back.
We're always back. We're just gonna do a Dexa scan.
So it's gonna show us all the insides,
Our body composition,
our
see
fat.
our body fat percentage, where our fat is distributed, etc., etc.
Okay, yeah. So you guys are gonna come over here to the Dexa bed, and then we're gonna set you guys up. You're gonna be lying like within this black square, and then we're gonna position your body just so that nothing's touching, so that we can fully get like the whole perimeter of like your limbs. And then you'll just lie there. It honestly takes just like a few minutes. And then this arm is just gonna pass over your body, and you'll move kind of like up and down on the bed, but you won't even like really notice it.
Okay.
So yeah, nice and easy.
Ready?
And then we'll see how much muscle, bone, fat, everything.
I don't know if I really want to know.
I know.
Who wants to go first?
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Okay.
And then one thing, the image that comes up, you may be like, oh my god, that's a little like unflattering, but that's just because like your fat, not that you guys have any, but
Yes.
your fat will be like highlighted, so it may be like a bit like body dysmorphia, but like you'll be fine. Yeah.
It's so the reason it's it can be jarring to look at
Yeah.
it is because it almost like flattens you like a pancake.
Yeah, so you look
Right.
really-
So when you lay down, the way it scans your body, it essentially flattens your body, so it can tell like what's muscle, what's fat, what's bone.
Oh, I didn't wear matching shoes.
That's okay. And then you can actually scooch up more. A little bit. Perfect. And then a bit more this way.
Sorry.
Awesome. See, yeah, I think you are a bit too wide, so we're probably just gonna scan you one side at a time. So I'm gonna have you shift more this way.
Too much of a big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your shoulders are just like they're definitely not
Relax
pediatric.
your arm. Yeah, exactly. And then his other side doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, so the machine will scan close, so you want to kind of try and keep your arm as close to the bed as possible, but it won't,
Okay, perfect.
as long
And
as
then there's not.
nothing there.
Yeah.
So
Like,
you can
maybe
literally
see,
see
like-
all the muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything that's around his bone is like lean mass is what we're looking at.
Yeah.
When we find fat, we'll show you what it looks like.
When? If.
If we find fat,
that.
we'll show you what it looks like.
Is like the fat a different color?
Yeah, it's like a lighter gray.
Yeah.
And you have no fat, buddy.
Yeah.
Zero. Nothing. Nothing at all. Maybe just like a little dot.
Yeah. That was us looking really hard for something.
Yeah, I had to zoom in real close. And you looked huge on the screen.
Usually what we say is the brighter the bone, the more dense the bone is in that spot. So of course your head makes sense that it would be very dense. It's got to protect your brain. And then you can also see you've got these bright trigger spots in your shoulders here, oftentimes in the elbows. You'll definitely see them in the hips, knees, and along your leg bones because that's what you're spending your time walking on. So you're building bone density in the places that it really counts. Most important for women, of course, I mean everyone, but especially women, you really want some in the hips, which is where you've got a good amount. And then you have these nice little glowy dots. Did you do like any arm sports growing up?
Well, I swam. I used to swim.
Yeah.
That would do it.
So
So even though swimming is non-weight bearing, the pull of your muscles on your bone is enough to trigger a lot more bone density to grow in those specific spots. So you can tell that you're somebody who not only lifts now, but you must have done something at some point that involved pulling on these bones, because I would say the glow of yours relative to the glow of Chevy's is a bit brighter, which is competition. Okay, and then the other thing on here, so if we adjust the brightness, it kind of helps you see the definition a bit more. So this is what we were saying in terms of here's muscle, and then you can see the fat right there, right? And that's like if you look at your whole body, your fat is here.
yeah.
The tiniest hair on the arms, right on the outside, which again is very common places for women to have body fat, and like nothing core.
So like this darker part, that's the
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This
Wow.
more like faint gray is
Yeah.
where your body fat is stored. And again, keep in mind this is like you flattened like
Right.
a pancake.
yeah.
So like this is not what you look like, but this is what you look like if somebody took like 1,000 pounds and flattened you.
Yeah.
Like a cross section.
Yeah. Well, even more than a cross section, because a cross section would just be cutting you,
Okay,
and
yeah.
you would just see what's on the inside. This is literally like pushing you down.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so now let's do the analysis. Right-handed, right leg dominant.
Yes.
So you can see that, well, when you print them, you'll see the results a bit more closely, but your right arm, so looking at your left arm versus your right arm, looking at lean mass, you've got more lean mass in your right arm, which just reflects being right hand dominant. Same thing with right leg versus left leg.
You remember we
more
were saying
lean.
that yesterday?
I was, yeah, we were
We
just
literally talked about it.
So yeah.
If there's a difference,
Because I
or
was
you feel
squatting
it.
and
Yeah.
like Chevy's like I can see your right leg contracting more. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of weight on my right leg.
Yeah, so you're definitely, there's an even bigger difference with your right leg versus your left leg.
Yeah.
So lean and bone mass is almost, what is that, 100, 300?
Yeah,
Almost 400 grams different, which is a pretty substantial amount.
Yeah.
Alright, let's print this out.
What's your body fat percentage?
I don't know. But
We're gonna find out.
I'm curious.
So first thing, your picture, which you saw already, this graph down here is looking at your bone density relative to other women your age.
Okay.
They don't have this data as readily available for men, which you'll see in a second, but for women, usually what you want to be is on this bar, like the line right in the middle.
Yeah.
That's like the average. If you're growing up with that bone density your entire life, you're at a decent risk of protection against osteoporosis and like frail bone diseases. You're well above. So the light gray above is like people who are above average, and that's within like normal healthy ranges. So if anybody falls in that light gray or in the dark gray, we would say they're still considered perfectly healthy. If you're above it, then your
I'm above
bones are
average.
even more dense. Yeah. So your bones are technically even more dense than the average person your age. And for anybody who falls like in this dark gray, which you don't, but we would usually say, okay, this is somebody we need to monitor as they're getting older, because as you get older, this number just continually drops. So once you get below this dark gray, that's like, okay, if you fall, you're breaking that bone.
Yeah.
But for you, you're pretty far
that's
from that.
me.
That's you. So this information just gives you specific information about bone. This is the type of machine that usually when people hit 45, 50, they're allowed to go to do annual checks of their bone density. It's on this kind of machine.
Okay.
Okay, so you've got a bunch of bone information there. This page is also a summary, but it has the exact same information as this page, which is a lot more information. So the first is bone mineral content. So how much does the bone weigh in your body? And it's broken down by your left arm, right arm, your trunk, which is the middle section of your body, left leg, right leg, the subtotal. This is the number that most people will pay attention to because your head is a whole other beast, right? Like the composition of your head is very different from the rest of your body. And then you've got the total, which includes your head. So then there's your fat mass for each of the regions, your lean mass, and this is where we were able to kind of guess. You're right-handed because you can see you've got more lean mass in your right hand, more lean mass in your left leg as well. This combines lean, which is all your muscle plus your bone together. So non-fat mass is what this column is. And then your total weight, and then your percentage body fat.
Okay.
So that's your percentage body fat.
14.4, that's not bad.
That's amazing.
That's really good for a
It's not,
female.
it's not just not bad,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
For a female, yeah,
That's
that's
incredible.
insane.
I thought it was
Yeah.
about like 8.
And that's a Dexa scan, so that's not even like
This is
those, yeah,
that we
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you do this, if you repeat this on the in-body, so the machine that's at Mobody,
Yeah.
Depending on whether you're hydrated or not, whether you peed before the test or not, your number could vary a lot.
Yeah.
And it's especially not very accurate for people who are at the extremes.
Yes.
People who are very lean and people who have overweight and obesity.
Right.
That's when it's like, I don't know what to do here, you're not standard. So it could greatly overestimate or greatly underestimate your body composition. But this is not going to be
That's
influenced
it.
by your hydration.
Yeah. No, I'm
So,
happy about
good.
that. I
Yeah.
honestly
That's awesome.
thought it was like gonna be about like 20.
No.
Not even
No.
close.
Not even close. Yeah.
I'm a lean bean.
Yeah.
Literally no fat.
Yeah.
Like maybe right here
Yeah.
is where it's at.
Like the
Okay.
tiniest little bit.
So for you, because your shoulders are broad, and because we wanted to make the assessment as accurate as possible, we essentially cut your body in half. So we're going to analyze this half of your body, which is the left half of your body first, and we'll print it. You're going to ignore everything on the right side, and then we're going to do the right side, and you're going to basically look at those results together.
Yeah.
So some of your numbers are going to be confusing because there's not really a way to kind of split a body
Yes.
here. You
Yeah,
kind of have to do it after the fact.
You're definitely not average.
No. Okay, so. Let's see.
What's your body fat percentage, babe?
Was it 6.5?
6.8.
6.8.
6.8%.
Jeez.
6.8%.
6.8% body fat.
Yeah.
You need to go to
Living the
5
dream.
He says I need to go to 5.
for that show, yeah.
You'll
You need to
probably
get to 5.
Yeah, we'll get
you
to
probably will
five. Probably.
the day before the show. We're done.
Yes, we're done.
Found out how much body fat percentage we have. Apparently we're superhuman.
Hash thought she was obese.
No, I didn't. I thought it would be higher, but I'm 14%. But Chevy, on the other hand, his body fat percentage is 7%. But
Hey, no, it's 6.8. Okay.
6.8, I'm sorry.
Get
I'm
it right.
But it was actually a super cool experience and like so in depth. But yeah, so that's it.
Yes. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like.
Comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications. We are also traveling in a couple days. Yeah, in a week. We're traveling to 2 places for Chevy's show, but stay tuned because we will definitely be vlogging that. And yeah, thanks guys.